If you have a business, you have competitors. Competitors can be brutal, but can also help you grow your business by teaching you what to do and what not to do. What can you learn from your competitors to improve your business? That's what we're going to talk about today. Now, there are three parts to a good competitive analysis. First, define the metrics and identify your competitors. Second, gather the data. And finally, third, analyze the data you've gathered. So where do you begin? First, you have to define what metrics are important when you look at competitors. And before you start looking at data, you have to understand what you want to compare. For example, are you comparing revenues, unique visitors, total visits, traffic rank, the number of products or services? Pick a set of metrics and don't worry if you miss a few, because when you start looking at the data, you will no doubt see other comparison. Second, look at recent trends. Recent trends are important because they paint a picture of what's happening now. This is particularly important if your business is new, because you don't have any historical data to compare. Use a tool like Google Trends, trends.google.com, for this comparison. You can search for words or phrases and measure consumer interest today in any given geographic market. Third, look at historical trends. Historical trends help you to understand not only the speed of growth, but also to see if the same events impact both you and your competitors at the same time. So for example, if you sell products in Florida, were you both impacted by a hurricane? If you understand a trend over time, you could understand how external factors impact your industry and your business. Fourth, measure monthly and annual growth. You want to look at the monthly and annual growth, because if your competitor seems to show good growth for the year, but marginally grow throughout certain months, you want to know that. How does your growth compare to theirs in any given time period? Fifth, challenge your assumptions. It would be easy to stop here and start gathering the data, but you want to take another look to be sure that you've got the right metrics. So if you're comparing traffic to your website, for example, you can compare visits as opposed to unique visitors. Six, look for confirming and disconfirming data. So to understand how your company stacks up against a competitor, you have to look at different kinds of data. For example, if your revenue is from advertising shown to visitors on your site, you care more about visits than unique visitors. And if your revenue is from advertising in an email newsletter, you'll want to compare the number of subscribers, and if you can get this information, email open and click rates. Why is confirming and disconfirming data relevant? And the reason is there are many different metrics. So multiple metrics help you compare. Don't assume that one metric can tell the whole story. Seventh, dig deeper. Don't settle for basic information. Try to find all available information to confirm or disprove your conclusions. Use whatever online tools you can find to learn more about your competitors. For example, crowdspring helps entrepreneurs and small businesses with logo design and web design, among other things. So we want to know how we rank in search results for terms such as logo design and web design. We use a tool from Moz.com to compare the rank against our competitors, and we look at that rank over time. And we also look at other terms like print design and graphic design to see how we compare there. Eighth, remember that incomplete information can be useful. Now, you will find lots of data about some businesses and less about others. But don't worry, even incomplete information is better than no information. Take what you can find. Ninth, cross-reference your sources. It is sometimes hard to figure out which information is accurate and which is not. Look at several sources so that you can be confident about the numbers. Using many sources, especially if those sources are different and show similar trends, tends to increase your confidence in the data. Finally, repeat. Good competitive analysis takes effort. You can learn a lot by doing it once, but you will learn a lot more by making competitive analysis a regular part of your strategy. Want more actionable advice on starting, operating, and growing your business? Click the link below to visit the CrowdSpring Small Business Resource Center.